my name is Norma and welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I posted a video. I know, I was busy, I had a lot of things to do, but I'm here as I promised. Today I'm here with a story time about the first time I read. When I was in high school a few years ago, I had a class. It was an orientation class, but we were having a few days off. We were on holiday, but the teacher of that class asked for an essay. On the holidays, we had to read a book and write an essay. I didn't know what reading a book has to do with that class. I still don't know, but that was our homework for the holidays. But in that time, Twilight was a phenomenon and I decided to read New Moon because then I already had watched Twilight. So I decided to read New Moon. I went to my mom and I asked her if she could buy me that book. And she agreed. After I had that book on my hands, I was nervous. Actually, I didn't want to read. I thought that reading was boring and it was a waste of time. I didn't want to spend my time reading a book lost in pages. I thought I was going to get sleep after a few pages. What was my surprise? I start reading the book and I couldn't stop. I was surprised by the way the words appear in my head, how everything described in the book was in my head. I almost could see what was happening even if I really couldn't see. I don't know if you know what I mean. My brain was lost in the book, completely lost with images, with characters, with everything that was happening in the book. I swear I could watch Jacob. It was as if Jacob was standing in front of me. It was so real. My mind was blowing out. It was great. I never thought before that reading could be that way. I was really surprised because I never expect that. So the hard thing was start reading. After I read a few pages, as I say, I couldn't stop. I kept reading and reading, and obviously at that time I hadn't a lot of money, so I couldn't buy a lot of books. So I used my first book to keep reading. I read New Moon like 3 or 4 times before I bought Eclipse, and I can tell you, it's the best experience in my life. I was so afraid to read. Well, maybe not afraid. I was against reading. I thought that it wasn't good, but I was wrong, and I'm not ashamed to admit that I was so wrong about something beautiful, something amazing. And right now, every time I can, I try to convince people to try to read a book, because I know a lot of people doesn't like to read, and it's fine. I'm not against that. But if you tell me that you don't like reading because you have never read, I'm going to tell you to try it. I was against reading when I was younger, but because of a homework, I started reading. I don't have regrets about reading. I know sometimes people told me that I waste a lot of money in books and a lot of time, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to stop reading. I love reading. It's a hobby that makes me lost myself in new worlds and in fantasy, get to know a lot of characters, a lot of worlds, a lot of magical things. I love reading, and if you haven't read a book, try it. If you don't like, okay, it's fine, but at least try it once. So, I lost myself in this speech. At the end, I didn't write my essay. I was absent the day we had to give the essay to the teacher. I thank my teacher for helping me to discover a new hobby. I think that's all my story of the first time I read. It's not that good. I don't know. I'm happy about that, but it's not that surprising. It's just a story. But let me know what you think about it on the comments below. And also, I would like to hear your stories. If you want to share with me, you can write it down here in the comments, or you can find me on Twitter or Instagram. I'm going to leave my social media in the description box and at the end of the video if you want to follow me. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe in the little red button down here and click on the bell down here to receive notifications every time I post a new video. And also let me know if you like this kind of videos. We could spend more time talking about books and other things, like today that it was a story time. And I think that's all I have for today. I hope to see you soon in a new video. Bye!